3. I'm going to run until I hit 3. 1, 2, 3. We're in this row. Is there a hand in this row? No, but there's one here.
Hi, Stan. You've been an inspiration to many people over the years. Is there anyone who used to inspire you when you was growing up or thinking of characters?
Well, nobody inspired me as far as superpowers, but everything that I saw and read inspired me. I may have mentioned yesterday the actor that inspired me the most was Errol Flynn. He played Robin Hood and he played Captain Blood and he was the mayor of Dodge City and he was always such a great hero and he was always saving innocent people and he always had a smile on his face. Looked like he enjoyed doing what he did. I always wanted to be Errol Flynn. And beside him, all the books that I read, I mean, all the stories by Jules Verne and Arthur Conan Doyle and all the writers of adventure. I love movies like King Kong, Frankenstein, Dracula, The Prisoner of Zenda, the Man in the Iron Mask. Just like you, probably. I love things that were a little bigger than life and more exciting, and I never thought I'd be lucky enough to be writing that kind of stuff when I grew up, but I guess I was.
We're on this side. Oh, why not?
Hi Stan, a question about Avengers X-Men, not your favorite, but who's going to win the fight?
I didn't know they were going to fight. Who told you they're going to fight?
He's decided that they are.
They're not mad at each other.
Hi, Mr. Lee. If you could, for me, would you sum up your experience this weekend in 5 words?
My experience this weekend has been fascinating, exciting, interesting, gratifying, and I can't wait to come back again.
Stan, you've made so many amazing characters, but which of them do you relate to most?
Do I relate to? Well, let's see. Who's the handsomest? Who's the smartest? I don't know. I kind of relate to all of them. I always think maybe Reed Richards, because when I used to write him, he talked more than any of the others. He bored the hell out of the other 3 members of the Fantastic Four. He never stopped talking. They never understood what he was talking about because he used big words. The Thing was always making fun of him. And I always kind of patted him a little after me.
Okay, we're getting close to the end now. I saw a hand just behind.
Hi Stan, I just want to thank you for making my childhood amazing and magical. And my question is, of all the superpowers that you've ever created, what would you choose for yourself to have?
Wow. Well, in a sense, I guess that being able to do what Spider-Man does would be pretty cool. You think of the money you'd save on taking buses and subways, and you could climb on walls, you wouldn't have to wait for the elevator. Yeah, maybe Spider-Man's powers. Of course, when I leave here, as I'm going back to the hotel, I'll be saying, what a dummy I was. I should have said this, or I should have thought of that, or that would have been better. But at the moment, Spider-Man is what occurs to me.
Okay.
Hi Stan, first of all it's great to meet you on my birthday, and my question is, were there any scrapped character concepts that you wish you could have done for comics?
No, I was pretty lucky. I did every character that I wanted to do, because once the Fantastic Four did well, and after I talked my publisher into doing Spider-Man, after that he let me do whatever I wanted. So I wasn't frustrated. I just did all that I wanted, and I just kept hoping they would all sell, because I'd have nobody to blame if they didn't.
I have a question for you, Stan. How important do you think comics are to children growing up?
It's the funniest thing. It's not that I can't hear. I hear the sound. But when people talk into the microphone, it sounds muffled to me and I can't make it out. What do you think? I think if I may be serious a moment, which is not easy for me, I think that comic books really are important to children when they grow up, because comic books are the one things that children love to read. You don't have to ask a child or force a child to read a comic book. And the more children read comics, the more they gain a facility at reading. Because if you're looking at a comic book, you can't understand the story unless you can read the words. So by reading comics, children really learn to read better. And once they become readers, nobody just reads comic books, but then they go on to reading other things. So I think comic books are very valuable as a reading aid for children. In fact, the more I think of it, because I did so many comic books, I don't think I should have to pay taxes. I think I should be rewarded. And I'm glad you agree.
Finally, we're out of time. Is there a parting message you would like to give to the London Super Comic Convention?
Yeah, the message I'd like to give is, how come I haven't been made Sir Stan Lee in this country? Paul McCartney had been a friend, well, at least an acquaintance of mine, and he didn't even write any comics, and he became a Sir. So, my associate said I should say, if you want me back next year, I'd better be a Sir. I don't think I should leave you with a threat. I will just leave you with this mild suggestion. I don't leave until tomorrow morning. So, if there is still time to reach the palace and communicate our desire to the Queen, I don't know how long that takes, but I will be here till tomorrow, and I'll be sitting by the phone.
One moment. Can anybody name one character for this? Can anyone name one character Stan Lee has created that's not a Marvel character? Well, who did it? Where? Who? Yes, you.
Moon Creeper.
What's your name? Get the mic. Blue Creeper.
Yeah.
Blue. No, another one. Dark Zero.
I can't think of it.
Say again.
Here!
Soldier Zero.
Soldiers. Oh, that's right, Soldier Zero, published by Boom. Son of a gun, I had forgotten. Thank you. Consider yourself no prize.
Last question. Can everybody sit down, please? Because I'm watching to see who jumps up first. Stan just did a book with a musician. What's that musician's name? Shout it out.
For what? No, what was the musician's name?
Musician's name. Guy over there.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
What was the name?
Well done. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving your appreciation to Stan, the man Lee.
Thank you so very, very much. And Excelsior!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave this door right properly. We need to be out of the entire building within the next 15 minutes, or the security will get heavy and we don't want the heavy. Thank you very much for your